Alrighty, welcome back to another video. I'm going to talk about my ride really quick this morning, and kind of just what the Lord revealed to me. But basically, this morning there was like hardly any wind, and so I was riding, and I started with the wind actually this time because I was going for a longer ride, and so it was a north wind, and I headed south, so I had the wind at my back. And so I kind of knew that, but the wind wasn't that strong, so I wasn't too worried about like having a tough finish. But basically, the last 10 and a half miles were into the wind. It was a straight shot north, and I mean, even the 4 miles right before the last 10 and a half, that was kind of like a cross headwind too. So I knew the last 10 and a half miles were going to be into the wind, and so I was prepared, right? But regardless, there was a slight wind, and over time, by the end of the 10 and a half miles back, um, it caught up to me, and it was getting tough. And so, like, even though it was just a little bit of wind, it added, like, kind of added up over time, and it was tough. And so, I mean, the Lord just kind of spoke to me, hey, like, over time, like, the little things add up, even though it's a little bit. If it's a little bit for a long time, it adds up and it gets bigger. And not just with bad things, but like with good things too, is that like doing the little things right over time, like stretching and focusing on recovery and stuff like that. Over time, that adds up, and I'll feel better, and then like recover better, obviously, and then be able to ride faster. And so I'll like over time it like gets better. Um, and like with biking, but then with life. Over time, the little things add up. So if you do the little things right over time, then like it'll be fruitful, and like good things will happen, um and you'll stay healthy, whatever it is, right? But then at the same time, if you don't do the little things right, and if you do the little things wrong or ignore the little things, it's gonna catch up to you, and then bad things could happen. Bigger issues could be caused, right? So on both sides, good or bad, like over time, over a period of time, the little things add up. And I keep saying that because it's important. And in my journey with the Lord, I've recognized that. Like over time, doing the little things, like recognizing God's presence throughout the day, listening to his voice, praying, like all those little things add up over time. And it's just so important to recognize those little things and do them, because then at the same time, like if you're not doing those little things, if you're not taking intentional time to pray, if you're not spending time in his word, like over time that builds up, and you won't be as strong in your faith. You won't be as prepared in whatever it is. Like you just won't be ready. And so doing the little things right all the time in every area of your life is a huge deal. And like even with like work, like doing the little things right at work, obeying your boss, even though it's like small tedious stuff like that. That's how it was for me last summer. I was working for this guy, and a lot of the stuff I had to do is like so tedious and annoying. But I noticed that doing the little things right with that, and even though it seemed tedious, but going through with it and working and just completing the task fully and to the best of my ability over time, that helped me in other areas of my life. So it related from my job, it related to my relationship with God, being able to do the little things right and grow in him. And then it related to sports. So then I was able to do the little things right when I was wrestling, whether that be like recovery or performance, right? So all these different areas in our life, it's so important to do the little things right, because again, I've talked about this before, is that like all these different areas in our life like relate to each other, and it compounds. So like in school, and that's something I struggled with too, was in school we like you have to do the little things right. I keep saying the little things right, but you have to work hard too. You have to work hard and get the things done, because it will show in areas of your life that maybe you care about more. So like some kids, maybe they don't try hard in school, but they really care about sports. Well, it's going to reflect when you don't try in school and you're not trying hard or doing everything right in all areas of your life. It reflects to all the areas of your life. So if you're just one area of your life you're lacking, it will reflect in the area that maybe you care about more. And so it's important that in all circumstances, you try your hardest. You do the little things right. You put in your best effort. And most importantly, like, work as you're working unto the Lord. That's what I've learned a lot, is that I'm going to work as if I'm serving God, because I am. Serve God in like all the ways of your life, all the areas of your life. And so in everything I do as I'm doing it unto God. So I'm writing hard, and I'm gonna do my best with everything I can, because I'm doing it as I'm doing it unto the Lord. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna obey my boss, because I'm working hard and obeying as unto the Lord. And then it translates directly to your spiritual journey with the Lord. Is that, man, by doing all that outside of my relationship with God, it's so much easier to read His Word, to spend time with Him in prayer, to just sit in His presence and enjoy it, because as you do everything for Him, for His glory, you just enjoy His presence more, and you enjoy being with Him more. And so yeah, that's just kind of what the Lord revealed to me today on my ride. But yeah, so the little things add up. So don't just breeze through stuff. Like, make sure you're present and you know the details. The details matter. So that's what the Lord had for me today, that I shared. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. Peace out.